We're gonna be nice and close.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just the way you like it.
Yikes.
I'm
very ugly today.
You say that every episode. When are you not gonna be? When are you gonna be confident is what I should say. You don't want to put a pillow here? You don't find it too hard?
I'm confident. It's just when I come here, it's not something...
Is it my presence? I just make you feel so much worse?
No, I don't put any effort when I come to see you.
We're posting this to millions of people on the internet. It is weird. I'm so used to like looking at the preview as like the camera itself, but if I want to look down the barrel, I look at a black screen from my dead laptop.
That means I can't look at myself.
Well, yeah, you just look to the side, except they're gonna know.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be very annoying.
It's okay. Most people are audio listeners, but that is not true. The viewership on YouTube.
If you had a little bit more effort in you, you would have just switched the couch.
Oh, to put it here? That's actually a brilliant idea. Should we do
that?
Should we do that? Let's do that. Actually, I thought about that too.
But where would you be?
On the couch with you, baby girl.
Ew. Let's leave it like this. That's fine, whatever.
Yeah.
I just won't look at myself.
It's like my body's positioned directly towards it.
Well, you're fine. I can't.
Oh, thank you.
No. It's not it. It really isn't. Anyways.
Let's start in hot. We changed position. Don't complain. Top 3 reasons that I annoy you.
Top 3 reasons why you annoy me?
Yeah.
I told you they're very situational.
Yeah, but then give me situations.
I think I told you once that sometimes I get mad for things I'm not supposed to get mad at. Which is usually just because we're very different people. So sometimes I really want to do something and you're just like, nah. I'm like, why?
Well, like going to the club.
I don't think I've ever gotten mad at you for that, but just sometimes like you're just not feeling it. And I'm like, ugh.
You're just like, fuck this guy and he's social battery. It's not like he has so many friends that he sees on a quasi-daily basis.
Exactly.
I'm sorry I'm popular.
The whole, like, I need to charge my battery, and that happens as much for you as much as... No, for you as much as anybody else of our friend group. Because you guys are all introverted. Introverts?
Yeah, introverts.
Which I am not. So the whole need to charge my batteries... I'm not gonna quote it because it's a very real thing. But
didn't you just do that? I mean, I was kind of looking away, but I saw your hands go up.
No, I was doing that, but I decided to take it back.
I mean, I get where you're coming from.
I'm not like that, yeah. So I'm just like, why? Does my presence annoy you?
Well,
are you getting fed up by talking to me? Actually, it's not that. It's just like, in my mind, it's more like, you little pussy, just suck it up and stay. And I do not condone the usage of the word pussy, but directly is what comes to mind.
I'm glad you're being instinctive with this. I mean, genuinely, I do get it. Because I understand, and maybe I'm wrong in my perception of how you think about it, but it's kind of like, poor little me, like it's not a big deal, just do it, you know?
Yeah.
You kind of like, you're retreating into this comfort, all alone comfort type of thing, and
wait, me? I feel like that way?
No, you...
Oh, I see you? Like that?
Yeah.
Oh.
To a certain extent.
No, it's less of like, you're boo-hoo, it's more of like, no. It's more like it's so like not high maintenance, but like kind of.
Yeah, but that's where the poor little me kind of comes in. It's more like it's like if someone got like a paper cut and they're just like, oh my gosh, I'm injured, I can't work. You know? Is it kind of like that?
Yeah.
Because if I were to be upset with that, it would kind of be along those lines.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
I see.
Like, oh my gosh, get the stretcher. I got a paper cut. I got poop.
Yeah.
I get
like,
that.
I want to smack you guys.
Okay.
Smack as in, yeah!
Snap
out of it!
I got that.
Cut the crapola! But it's very unfair. Like, I'm not mad. I'm not supposed to be mad. I am mad. But I know deep down. Someone was like, okay, sure.
Oh, boy. So, I know I said 3 things.
Right.
Actually,
you don't want to hear the rest.
No, I don't. Like, here's the thing. I think it's okay for you to... Well, the topic I wanted to bring up has to do with how you answer that question. Okay. So just keep that in mind, because I do want to hear the other 2. But I will say, your discomfort or not discomfort, but like dislike for that aspect is overruled by me feeling the need to have to recharge. So let's say you get upset and I'm just like, or okay, in a general space, in a vacuum, if you will, I do something to upset you. You express that upsetness, and my reaction would typically be like, oh, shit, what can I do to rectify this, essentially? In the case of the social battery thing, for the most part, I've got a pretty good gauge of where I'm at, like, and I can kind of predict how I'm gonna act, how pissy I'll be, how short of a fuse. Because, again, my anger management, it's, like, or my short fuse, my anger is still there. It's always been there. It's just knowing how to control it. And when I'm tired and overwhelmed and see a lot of people in like a burst time, that's where I'm just like, okay, I can definitely see someone saying the wrong thing and me just pew 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 pew, you know. And that's one aspect. Sometimes,
but I never... Do I express that I'm mad? I feel like we should get the microphone closer, because now I'm...
I have it set so it's just like a cone like this. But I... See, okay, I'll talk. Look how high that goes every time I talk. Now you?
Oh, but it's the same thing? Not really. Yeah. A little bit.
Yeah,
okay.
Wait, what happens? Because the thing is if I put it too much to the side, what if I do this? We'll put your water here.
Oh my god, I'm really ugly.
Oh my god, stop looking.
And I do apologize for it.
You, to me or to the people?
The audience.
You're being blockaded. Say, have a wonderful day.
Have a wonderful day, people in the little screen.
That's extra. I want the exact line. You're fired. We don't want these divas going around, okay? See, I'm... Okay. This is a quality show. It's okay. You know, for once, I'm going to be the lower voice. Why are you puckering your lips? Is that a thing? Why do girls do that?
I don't know.
Their makeup?
I really don't.
When they're, like, doing their thing, I always see them like this.
It's an instant reflex. I look at myself, I go, duck face. And I think if I'm going to psychoanalyze this, I think it's because you make a duck face, and so it's a lot more...
Quirky?
No, it makes it less serious, and so it's less cringe to be looking at myself. I'm like, if I'm like this...
That's exactly what I said.
It's like, wow, this is so serious. If you're like this, you're like, oh, she's not serious, she's not taking herself, she doesn't think she's pretty.
Quirky.
No.
Yeah. Okay, it doesn't matter.
I don't...
Yes. Okay.
It's not I mean, yeah, you're quirky, but you're quirky to show that I'm not taking this seriously. Otherwise,
No,
it
I
would
think
be
you're
cringe.
you're showing. But the thing is y'all will do that shit alone. But I guess you're trying to convince yourselves.
I think it's just but it's a reflex now.
Do you think is it? Oh, okay.
You know?
Do you think this is a unanimous thing, a universal thing?
I feel like it is.
Okay. The only thing that I know for sure that's universal is y'all do the duck face. That's it. I just don't know why.
This is what bonds us. Bonds
Us.
bonds.
Yeah.
Another disclaimer that I feel like I have to do at every episode. English is not my first language, and I will have an accent. Don't judge me on it.
And I'll ensure that she speaks proper English like a true American.
Canadian.
I'm sorry, where's Canada?
It's
What
in
continent?
America, but
Hi.
on
Got 'em.
America, there are several different accents and little hee.
Yeah.
And I just want to be part of the Canadian side, not the US side. Because boycott the US.
Yeah, don't.
Just don't.
How do you boycott a country? You don't buy from them?
Yeah.
I'll boycott China.
Speaking of that, I'm going to New York in 2 weeks.
That's true, eh?
Can I tell you something I did that's the dumbest? So, I plan to go to New York with my friend because I fell in love with the city. And so she's like, okay, let me know when you have like a day off at work. So I go on my calendar and I see, oh, last week of March I have a day off. So I'm like, let's go this week. Blah blah. We plan. We buy the tickets. We reserve the hotel. Blah blah. And then I'm at work, and then one of my work friends, she's like, oh, next Friday's a day off. And I'm like, no, it's not that week. It's in 2 weeks. And she's like, no. I'm like, yes. Well, turns out I looked at the calendar from last year. So I have to take an extra day off.
You silly willy.
At least I'm going to have a lot of Fridays off this month.
Right.
And I'm going to just be preventing myself from burning out.
Is the only consequence just you don't get paid that day? Like
No, I'm actually going to get paid because I asked for like a paid day off.
I see. Okay.
I haven't used them at all. I have 7th per month.
Do they reset on a timer or do they just accumulate indefinitely?
They reset every September. October, I think.
Did you use them all before? I guess you did, kind of.
You don't have to use them because at the end of the year, if you haven't used them, they'll give them to you on your last paycheck.
Oh, that's
But
kinda
every year, you get 7.
Right. Okay.
And I haven't used them at all because I'm such a good worker who's paid like a slave.
Yeah,
So-
ad or a pushover. You know, it's up in the air.
Listen.
Okay. Did you say the second one?
No, but I don't know what the second and third one are. Like, I don't.
Also, because I always keep things super structured, how did you fell in love with New York? Why? Did you say Manhattan? I can't say that word. Manhattan?
Manhattan.
Manhattan?
Manhattan.
Manhattan.
Brooklyn, too. I really liked Brooklyn. I fell in love with New York because
Oh boy.
I'm a city girl.
But I'm also a foresty
I'm
island
also an
girl.
island girl.
I'm a water girl. I'm
a city girl. I grew up in a city with big buildings and life everywhere. And this is why I love Montreal. And when I went to New York, it was like Montreal times 50, times 100.
People say that Montreal is kind of like New York's little bro.
And I don't know why they say that.
I kind of get it because it's very artsy.
I mean,
It's very cultural. No, but it depends where you stay. Wait. Are you saying that New York is not artsy, or are you saying that Montreal isn't artsy?
No, Montreal is comparatively not that much.
To what?
To France. But France is very big on like culture and art and blah blah
Okay,
blah.
but like we're talking about cities. Like
Yeah.
what? Like what?
It is. It's art. I mean, the city's not pretty.
Well, it doesn't have to be pretty. It's just like when I say art, I mean like an expression of art. Like there's a lot of shows, there's a lot of like performances and stuff like that, festivals. Yeah.
Yeah.
And just the fact that there's just a bunch of cultures too. And people find little pockets to do stuff. You know, like little parking lots where they just have like a little like Asian festival of some sort of stuff.
Yeah,
that's super
in the
underground.
summer, I mean like spring to fall, there's definitely you can see that the city puts a lot of things in place to just like entertain everyone.
Yeah,
that's really nice.
Yeah, even in the winter.
The winter, I love.
Yeah, you there's a lot of nice things to see. Like obviously they're definitely more. It's not like a performance necessarily or anything. I mean, you got things like Igloo Fest and what have you, but you know, you'd be walking like in some of the plazas and they just have like these big ass ornaments that are lit up like all night long, and it's
just
pretty.
The fact that museums are free every first Sunday of the month.
That's what I mean by artsy.
But I see. Yeah.
Because like something like Toronto comparatively is definitely more like business size.
Okay.
Business side, from my understanding. Whenever I go, I don't. My initial thought isn't like, oh my gosh, everybody's so quirky and artsy. Everybody, if it's either people going straight to work or homeless people spitting on me.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's more of like a soul in Montreal.
It feels that way. Yeah.
The city, right? Okay, I see. Because it's not the first time that I hear somebody say, "Oh, Montreal was the baby New York," and I always wonder like why Montreal when there are other cities in Canada that have, I mean, that just visually are more like New York than. But that makes sense now.
I think they're also referring to it more historically, because if you follow kind of like Montreal is definitely younger than New York.
Yeah.
At least when it comes to like metropolitanization. Yeah, I'm not much of a history, but from my limited understanding, the kind of growth, like, let's say New York's teen years, like back in the day, were like Montreal's current. Like Montreal's kind of in its teen era. I don't know if that makes any sense.
I see.
Like New York's timeline is more like this, and Montreal is like this. Yeah. So it's not entirely there, but it's kind of like following in the footsteps a bit. Yeah.
We just have to keep the French out of.
Yeah, get the French out of here.
There are too many.
Décalisse.
Mais ouais, that's why I fell in love with New York, because it's gigantic, and I just love it.
Yeah.
It's immense, and there's something happening in every single street. Yeah. Like I was walking in a random street and I saw like 3 thrifts, but outdoors.
Oh yeah.
And some guy was just, all his hangers were on like a fence, and then he was just selling stuff in the street, but like good shit.
Yeah,
what is happening? It's so weird. Like there's something happening everywhere. It's so beautiful. It's just so impressive, and I loved it. I love the vibe.
I think too the people are really dope there.
Right. Okay.
At least the people I've met, like they're just so like. It doesn't feel. It feels more community. Well, as much as like a Western city can be, like it just feels like everybody's just chill talking to each other. It does have kind of hive mind too when it comes to like crossing the street and stuff like that. That surprised me. I thought in Montreal people were like, because I come from like Gatineau, and like even if there's no cars, we do not cross the street until the little white man tells us to, you know. But in New York it's like, I mean there's a car right there, but if I go now, he's gonna barely miss me, and then everybody goes, even though it's like red. But anyways, that's
more the way I do things, so I love that.
Yeah, I don't. Well, you're not even gonna pay attention sometimes. There's sometimes we were walking and you would continue going. I mean, it's just like, dog, there's literally.
Wait, me?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. No, I'm paying attention.
Sometimes you're not.
No, I am.
Sometimes you're not.
All the time.
No, that is just not true.
What?
You also told me. You calculate. You also told me that sometimes you just don't pay attention and you can keep walking.
Oh, it's not that I don't pay attention. No, I do. Okay. So sometimes I can't stop my body from walking.
Oh, that's how you say it. You're just.
But it hasn't happened.
You're like, I gotta see the light. My body's telling me.
Yeah, I'm like, stop, and my body just keeps going.
It's fucking scary.
A very bad inhibition control, but it hasn't happened in a while. So I think my executive functions are they're developing as I reach 25.
I think it's a bit too late for that.
It's in a year.
In a year?
Because I'm turning 24 this year. Well, it's in like.
Okay, yeah, but your birthday essentially just passed.
So it's in 2 years.
Yeah.
I'd rather say that actually. It's in 2 years.
Do you have like these little crises? I know people have like crises at like 20 years old. And they're just like, oh my gosh, I'm turning 20, I'm gonna die. And I hear that and I'm just like, what? Dog, come on. Have you ever heard people like have little mental breakdowns about turning 20? I assume there's every like milestone past 20. It's like 20, 25, 30. Yeah.
Actually, I don't know. I don't know anyone.
I knew a few people. I shan't name names, but it really perplexed me. I was just like, nothing's like a lot of these people when they turn 20, like they're already living kind of like an adult life. Like they live on their own. They go to school. They have a part-time job and stuff like that. Like they're being, for the most part, disciplined. And like I can understand like once you're 20 and kind of getting out of school, you might not be entirely clear on how to enter the job market or if what you did for school is something you actually want to continue doing. Mm-hmm. So I can kind of understand that. It just feels a bit dramatic. But I'm also coming to a place where like I wanted to be a game developer since I was like 10. So it's like so it feels so far for me to worry about it. I don't envy it.
Not when I turned any specific age, but I just know when I turned 23 this year, I had a little like, but after, not during, it's just after I had a realization, because when I turned 22, all of my friends were also turning 22, the friends that like, I grew up with, and they were all, like, you would all put the Taylor Swift song, like, 22, and then...
That's corny as
fuck. And then this year, I thought, oh shit, I'm never gonna be able to, like, well, you're only able to put this song once in your life. But I'm like, oh shit, like, this is done. And I was thinking, so Taylor Swift, when she did that song, she was like a big star, blah, blah. And this is me. And I just thought, oh my god, I'm 23. Like, I'm old. I know I'm not old, but like, I don't know, it just hits me that I'm getting to this period now that when I was younger, I would see as the proper adults now.
Right. Yeah, I think that's fair. Because when I was like growing up with like video games and stuff like that, when I was like a wee lad, like the main characters would be like 17 years old and they'd like be fighting gods and stuff like that. And I'm just like, wow, I can't wait to fight a god when I'm 17. Who knew I would have fought just my faith within myself. That's when I became agnostic. That's the real fight right there. But, no, yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm 27 now, going on 28.
Wow.
And I was going to say it doesn't bother me until you made that comment. But no, genuinely, like, I guess it is kind of scary to approach the 30s because, you know, there's a lot of people that are considering marriage or considering like a full-on career. Like usually at 30 a lot of people go through like a career path, and you know, I guess I don't have like a clear career path. I have a direction, it's just I'm not walking that path necessarily, at least orthodoxly. I'm not in a committed relationship, so like marriage and stuff like. Here's the thing too. I would like, because my parents are definitely on the older side. I would like my mom and my dad to experience grandchildren. And a lot of people like they feel like it's a pressure. It's more like I want to gift them that.
Yeah.
Assuming that my children are actually going to be decent and not pain in the asses like I am.
But when they're babies, you don't know that yet.
When they're throwing up all over. I mean, if they're anything like me, they're going to be well behaved. I was a calm ass baby. I was.
Were you fat?
No, I was skinny. My brother was fat, and he became skinny. It like reverse kind of like, you know. But I was a cute kid. I remember seeing pictures of myself.
I don't think I've ever seen a picture of you as a kid.
Like as a toddler, cute.
Like
as
I've seen you as a teenager. Before that, nothing.
As a primary schooler, I actually am.
Are you gonna insert the picture?
Oh wait.
While you look, I'm gonna go pee.
Yeah.
Look, I bought this. I forgot if I bought this one to you last time.
No, you didn't. No, you got the matcha and the wasabi.
Oh, okay. These are just random things.
Where'd you get these?
Huh?
At my waifu's. My waifu.
You know what? I actually did laminate the other two that I bought you last time, but they're at my house.
You didn't even break them. You little party pooper.
But I'm gonna laminate this one, and then I'll bring all of them to you next time. Okay. Okie dokie. Cute little coasters.
Well, I'll be the judge of that.
This is what I could sell. You know, Lilith, she made like $1,000 yesterday.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
How much was
She paid off. She got like an how much? I don't know. But she like at 700 she'd already largely paid off all of the little things that she had. Like the fabric, the table, whatever. Oh god. Oh, is that you?
No. But I'm going through my camera roll, and Matt and I, for a while, we would do this thing where we have this Tupperware, and every time we see each other, we give her like some food.
Oh.
And like, see that Post-it with the mushrooms on it? Wait. I think
Yes. Yeah.
they're normal mushrooms. Yeah. So we would put little Post-its on the Tupperware.
He drew that?
Yeah, he drew that.
Wow.
We make little Post-its. And this is the one I made.
Wait, that's so nice. Why don't you just include it after?
Because it's bootleg as fuck.
Post-production.
Focus.
I'm actually
This is hurting my brain.
hungry.
Then eat your chocolate.
So I will eat my chocolate.
Look at that. Oh, someone texted me. Embarrassing. I'll include it. Because that did not come out at all. When you look at this, do you not... Oh.
By the way, I saw pictures of Lilith as a kid, and she's unrecognizable. Like
I know. Stop.
There's
sounds.
like no
She's
way
like,
that's her.
She's like...
Like, don't even like they switched her.
She's like dirty blonde.
When
she's a kid. Like, it's like darker brown.
Yeah.
Or light brown or
no,
whatever.
her
You
face.
look at this and you're just like, ew.
Dogs?
Yeah.
I'm just like, they're dogs.
That's insane. They're the cutest puppers ever. You have no soul. You're a ginger on the inside.
Very racist. That's what I'll say.
How is that racist?
You're racist against... Ginger.
I'm sorry. That was a full-on Freudian slip. I don't know if I could be seen with you anymore.
You can't include this, but definitely clip it and send it to me because my reaction was funny. I don't think I've ever reacted this.
Can I bleep it? I put a little box on you. Yeah. It's called a bait. Well, I don't think I can find it. I was going through clearing my storage, like my cloud storage, and I stumbled upon it this morning. But now I cannot find it. Okay, think of... I look more Asian.
Mm-hmm.
I got kind of like the spiky hair, like the Asian spiky hair. Like when I did the buzz cut, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Except it was more like silky,
Mm-hmm.
like the texture.
Okay.
Like it was more shiny.
Oh, this is orange.
I mean, you don't like... You're such a hater. Okay, I'll do 3 more scroll things. And if I don't find it, I don't find... This is insane. There's so many pictures of me when I was... Wow. I was a little fatty. Okay. Thanks for the chocolate.
But
It's
really funny.
I try to rhyme chocolate with something. And I said pocket. But go ahead.
You could say Polly Pockets.
Thanks for the chocolate, Polly Pocket. Oh, that is nice. Yeah.
Do you know what a Polly Pocket is?
Of course I do. It was the worst Barbie.
What? They're so cool.
It was the worst Barbie. It was the worst.
Polly Pockets over Barbie anytime.
How about Bratz? People that played with Bratz.
I never played with Barbie.
And turned out mentally demented. Especially if they started dressing up like them. You know, people at raves look like brats. And that scares me.
Why?
Because I know they're
so cool. I'm gonna stop playing with this because this is making mad noise.
Oh yeah. No, I don't know. I look at someone that looks like they dress up. I look at someone who, at a club or at a rave or any type of those like dance things, and I'm like, BPD. That's just my first impression. When I see them, I'm just like, this person probably has BPD.
Why?
I don't interact with them. I don't talk to them. They're acting fairly normal. It's just the fact that they're at a club and the way they're dressed, I'm just like, BPD.
They're just cool.
Until you talk to them.
Racist.
That makes no sense. I
JK kidding.
I'm criticizing their nothing that has to do with their innate beings. Okay, I don't care if you're black or white or yellow.
You still suck if you're a brat.
Yeah. Fuck you, brats.
I'm gonna make some noise. I need to charge my phone.
Oh yeah.
ASMR.
Oh no. Oh, you see how high that went? That went into the red zone. See, if I talk really loud.
Zone. Do you see Archer?
No.
Did you watch? Oh, you should really watch it. Oh my god, you're like a nerd version of Archer. Like Archer is kind of you.
Is that a compliment? I've been told I'm kind of like a Barney from How I Met Your Mother, and I don't
remember.
Barney. He's the playboy.
One. The penguin?
I said the playboy.
Where the fuck are the outlines?
Just put your phone onto my pad over there.
Oh.
It should charge. Watch your head, shoddy. Shoddy.
I actually don't even need to.
Yeah, it's just your bun.
Let's go.
You know, I'm pretty good at dodging it. I've gotten pretty good at dodging it. I was supposed to put a noodle pole. Yeah, a noodle, like noodles from pools. I still have it in my closet. It's just there.
Oh my god.
And I was supposed to like install it there, but I'm just like, oh, I never hit my head, so I guess it's fine. Also, it would look really fucking ugly. Like,
but I don't know. It would kind of fit though. What color is it
like
though?
a light green. I guess it fits with like my covers and stuff.
I mean, I love green.
It's like it's more like turquoise.
Turquoise. Oh. It wouldn't be that bad.
Yeah, honestly, it kind of fits.
I would like a pink a little bit more, or like pink reddish.
Doesn't fit anywhere.
It would like suit the aesthetic. No, I need to see myself. Kind of like scoop the chair over. Please.
The chair. Oh, my bad.
Eh.
Sorry.
Thanks very much. Thanks so much. Ah.
You sound like Dora. Like a English Dora.
Okay.
So you couldn't think of anything else? Can I go straight into the
No,
the topic?
I was gonna say, it's funny that you say this, that like I want to gift to my parents experiencing having grandchildren. Which is something I really, I don't, I have the pressure of it, not the like the gifting part.
Yeah.
Like I feel bad because I know. I feel like my mom would love it because my mom's already a teacher for like the first grade of kindergarten. So like she loves kids.
Yeah, she already.
I know,
seen enough kids.
but it's not the same as having your own, right? So I always thought I really need to like have kids, but I don't want kids. It's not really. I don't know. I feel like it's just not but I would feel so guilty. And then one day I talked to her. I was like, Mom, by the way, I feel so guilty because I feel like I don't want kids, but I feel like you really want me to have kids. And she told me like, oh, I do not give a shit. She told me like, I don't care.
Oh yeah.
I do not care. Like I have kids every day at work. I don't care if you don't have any kids.
The way you worded it.
Keep it into context, please.
My bad. Still sus.
Like a big weight lifted off of my shoulders. I was like, that'll be okay, good.
When did you ask this? Last time you saw her?
No, it was like I don't know, maybe a month ago or something.
Oh, okay. Oh, recent.
Yeah. Because I used to think I was like, I'm never gonna have kids. I don't want kids, and I don't want my kids to be there just because I want my mom to have grandkids. I was like, okay, fine. It'll be my sister. It'll be my sister's job. But what if she doesn't want? That was the whole thing.
Yeah. I kind of worried about that too. But me, it's not that I don't want kids. It's like I have no interest in rushing that type of thing.
Yeah.
Because especially, I don't know. Having a kid seems like quite the endeavor, and you kind of want to make your situation as success oriented as possible. Like you gotta make sure that your success rate is super high. And if you're someone who's struggling with a job, you're struggling with your relationship, struggling with housing, you can't like feed yourself properly. Like what makes you think, if you can't take care of yourself, what makes you think you'll be able to take care of an infant that can barely is by definition dependent on you, so. But
also I really do believe not everyone can have a kid regardless of your situation, financial like stability in your life.
Oh, of course, yeah.
There's a big part of like personality. So
yeah,
this is why it doesn't matter. This is my little woke moment. This is why it doesn't matter whether it's a mom and a dad or two moms or two dads, because some people are just not made to have kids. Okay. Yeah. Some guy, I forgot who it was, but like he's a guy who talked, I don't even know, but I saw a speech of a guy who, him and his husband, they adopted a bunch of kids from straight couples in the States that banned abortion. And at the end, they were like, you know what? Yes, keep making babies and we'll raise them for you. And that was so nice. Because the adoption and the adoption agency reached out to this couple to be like, by the way, we have kids. Like, if you can, like, foster them or whatever. Because they were so good and they raised, like, really, like, great kids.
How many kids did they end up having?
I don't know. I know that they have 2 kids that they had since the beginning, and then I think they fostered some of them, but they were all meant to be like not sent, but like they were all meant to go to different families that could have them long term.
Okay, kind of like a buffer type of thing.
I don't really know how it went, but
I know some people do that with like dogs, which saying it out loud kind of sounds like a terrible comparison to two. But yeah.
I like the idea of fostering kids a lot more than having one, which I think it suits.
When you say fostering, you mean like having them for a little bit, then giving them away?
Yeah, like helping kids. Yeah, and I know it must be really heartbreaking, but I feel like you're helping society a lot more if you're helping kids who need parents already. You don't need to bring new kids into society. Like, you don't need to. The earth is already. Do not have kids. But yeah, I know adopting takes a long time. Fostering, there's a lot of complicated, time-consuming, what's it called? Like steps to be allowed to foster. But
you gotta make sure the kids get all their shots too. Get a little chip
Stop
implanted
comparing
into them.
them to animals. But
Make sure they
anyways,
don't have worms.
if I feel like I need kids at some point, I would want myself to not have a child, like biological child, and rather adopt or foster. Even though that's a lot more complicated.
I mean, yeah, I think that's fair. Why don't you want biological? Is it just because of your beliefs, or you just don't want
First of
to
all,
fuck about the body?
childbirth?
Yeah.
No way.
Dude, it's.
I mean, I think you can
peanuts.
ask for C-sections, but
I got C-section. My head was too big.
Too.
Yeah.
Because
That
I
makes
didn't
no
want to
sense.
come
You're
out.
tiny.
No, I do want to come out. I have social anxiety since the belly. I came, like, they pulled me out of there a week after I was supposed to come out. They were like, come out! I'm like, no! Okay!
You're just holding the placenta. Just.
You're out now!
I hate that image so much. I can just imagine just a slightly smaller version of yourself, bald and bloody, and it's not okay. It is a horror scene.
And like,
I can't.
And I should have got out earlier because, life is beautiful, Nelly.
Oh my gosh, you are giving me anxiety, and I don't know why. Like this is. I am overwhelmed. Oh my.
But when I used to have a lot of social anxiety, I was always like, "Oh, makes sense," and I'm like, "Well, it turned me into an extrovert." Being pulled out of my force.
I don't know why. I really dislike the image.
Why?
It's like churning it within me.
Wow.
I don't know. This is one of the things I'm feeling. I just don't know why. There's something so visceral, sad, gross. I don't
This
know.
is lychee. This is a lychee.
No, that's chocolate.
No, yeah, but inside it.
I hope it doesn't stain.
I don't even know where it is. Oh, it's here.
It fell into your ass.
Oh, and that's okay.
It went back.
There's no
Yeah, that's fine.
visceral reaction to that.
Well, because your poop ain't living.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Just imagine the guy being like, and like, no.
Oh, you know why? It reminds me of cow birth.
My mom is not a cow.
No, it's because there's so much effort into it. Like, you gotta go in there. You gotta go in there and yank it out. And another thing, when giraffes are born,
No.
has nothing to do with any, but they always fall on their head. Whenever the mom don't give a shit.
They can't walk.
The mom doesn't bend over or whatever, like get closer to the ground. It's just, and then, and it's just there.
Baby giraffe.
Yeah, that's why they're.
My mom has never had natural childbirth.
I don't know.
Like, my sister and I were both C-sections.
Jesus, she got the battle scars. C-section just kind of disturbs me too. I'm squeamish. I'm a little squeamish.
So the reasons why I don't want to have kid. Reasons why I don't want to have a kid. Childbirth.
Mm-hmm. Show me your teeth.
Your body goes to shit.
Okay, you're good.
Your body goes to shit. You need to take care of it. You need to.
Jesus. Okay, you're faulting me for making comparisons to dogs, and you're just like, you got to take care of it. Make sure to water it.
Oh, I thought you were laughing because I didn't even pronounce this sentence properly.
No, you're fine.
You need to take care of it. Of them. Sorry. Yeah. My issue is also, I am carrying a baby for 9 months. This baby, I produce it. I did it. I'm gonna be raising it. I decide. But there's somebody else, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that bothers me.
Daddy.
That bothers me. So, because on one side, I want to raise the baby with somebody because otherwise it's it's a lot. Right? I want to work as well. I don't want to pay for a babysitter. it's a big thing. It's also nice to, if you're having a baby with someone, it's also nice to like see them interact or whatever.
Yeah.
On the other side, it's my baby. I want to raise it like the way I want it.
Yeah, don't have a child.
And it's funny
Don't have a
because
child.
my sister and I both have the same thing where we're like, every time we imagine ourselves with a child, and I guess that's a normal thing because you don't necessarily always like see yourself in the future with a specific someone, but whenever we imagine ourselves with a kid, it's always by ourselves. Like, we do what we want with a kid, and we do not wish for a man to input their little...
You're gonna echo chamber that kid. That kid's gonna get bullied. That kid's gonna be attacked by society.
No, I'm gonna raise this kid the way I would have... No, not the way I would have.
Because you turned out so well.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna raise my kid taking into account what I missed in my... Not in my education, because not to say like that my mom missed something, but I'm gonna raise my kid making sure they don't turn out the way I did. You know,
there's still problems with that because, like, for example, like my dad had a rough upbringing and he tried really, really hard to have that complete difference, but he entered a world that he's unfamiliar with, so he's gonna make his own mistakes there too. Because he might have had like he might have had like bad role models, and he might have had like an idea of what not to do, but it doesn't help with what to do necessarily, while keeping true to yourself at the same time. It's a tricky thing.
But the difference is, I know, I think because my mom raised me, and I think she raised me really well. I think she did an amazing job. So I kind of know what I would want to be as a mom. Like, I would want to be like her.
Do you think you are objectively raised properly?
Objectively?
Yeah.
Objectively, yeah. I mean, she for sure had flaws. But objectively, I think my mom was one of the people who were made to have kids, for sure. She's not a teacher for nothing.
Right.
Like, she was really good. She did it by herself, too. So
I guess where I'm coming from, it's coming less from, like, being comfortable / adequate with children. It's just having the role of a mentor. Because I think a good parent is a great mentor. And that's where my dad kind of excelled at. He was never... I think a lot of my, like, philosophical side definitely comes from him, but very indirectly. Because he's definitely more like, ye redneck. He's a bit of a conspiracy theorist, you know?
No.
But the thing is all of these, like, kind of, like, connect together. But because I grew up always debating him, because I was super liberal. Like, super.
Oh, woke, like, baby!
Yeah, and then I grew up. But, like, every discussion, like, the tiniest thing, in terms of, for example, like, Canadian immigration and stuff like that, growing up, be like, you're racist, you goddamn fucking farmer boy redneck, yeehaw, America, baby, you know? And, you know, as I grew, I kind of, I mean, that's irrelevant, but I kind of have a better understanding. But, like, because I was always having these hot, heated discussions with, like, it made it so, and he would challenge me, even, like, as like a wee lad, you know? I
love this, a wee lad.
A wee lad.
It's so weird. I love it. Because I just see a naked baby, but that's also, like, kind of a toddler. And it's running, like, so very confident, like...
That was me through life. I was always super confident and naked. Metaphorically. Because I'm super transparent and I'm not dark and mysterious at all. But I think just... I think the worst thing, the thing that I appreciate the most but also hated the most growing up, and I did hate it. Like, I used the word hate strongly because I despised it, is when he would say this. We would have a disagreement. I would say my statement, and then he would say, you know, in 5 years, you're going to change your mind. And you know what's the craziest thing with that? He was right.
Oh, no.
He was right. And he didn't funnel me in any way. He just let me live my life. That's one thing with my parents. For better or for worse, they allowed my brother and I to live our lives not fully as we see fit, but we were definitely not like soccer mommed or like my brother was a bit more like, oh, do sports and stuff like that. I was like the artsy guy, so I could just like do whatever I wanted. And look, I turned out, dropped out twice. But it's when I went out into the world experience, and I'm a very curious person, so I like to talk to people and try to understand like where they're coming from. And then the more I learn about the world, I come back 5 years later, you know, I moved to Montreal, I have all these experiences, meet a bunch of different people that are so different from like Gatineau, for example. And I go back and we're having a discussion, you know, typical like heated discussion as we usually do. They're always nice and fun. And then a topic would come up that he said like, oh, you're going to change your mind. And he never says I told you so. But he always looks at me like this. What do you think about it now? And I'm like,
what's one topic?
Old man.
Am I gonna be mad at it?
I think so, because a handful of it is maybe more on the political side.
Well, you're a fascist, though.
Gonna believe that. It's also not true. I'm politically uninclined to anything. I'm an oligarchist.
Okay.
I believe in the Republic.
That is...
Yeah, I know. I know. I just like using big words in a non-existent sequence.
With no correlation.
But a lot
whatsoever.
A lot of the things would be like my preference. A lot of the things would be things that bother me. Mm-hmm. Like things that I would just lose my shit over. Okay. And like it'd be things like the simplest thing I could share without digging too deep into the topic is like fallouts with friends, for example. You're like, oh, Kenny did this. It hurt my feelings. It's like Kenny, he doesn't care. I'm using fake names. I've never met anyone called Kenny in their entire life. And yeah, he would usually do his little thing. He was like, well, in a few years you might change your mind on that. I'm like, fuck you, Dad. You don't know me. You're not my dad. And little did I know, like, there's still things I'm still staunch about. I definitely have a more developed understanding of things, so I'm not as... Mm-hmm. But that, you know, there's so many factors that affect that part of me. Yeah. So. Why did I bring that up? Mentorship. Your dad being, yeah, the mentorship stuff. And I think a good parent will allow their kid to express, because it's also not clear to me that like a kid has a strong innate sense of self, like from the get-go. It's not clear to me. Like when I see people and I ask myself, why are you like this? There's oftentimes such a deep root from a nurture standpoint. Mm-hmm. Not a lot of things, at least I've come to conclude, are nature-based. Mm-hmm. The closest thing I can think of in my life would be silence. Like being just... Because the only thing that I'm consistent with is not being a loud baby. Okay. Like I never wanted to stand out. I did my thing on the side. I remember when I was when we were living in the countryside and we had to wake up really, really early to go to daycare or school or whatever. I would always be ready with all my stuff in front of the stairs, in front of the front door, just ready to go and just waiting for my parents. I didn't say a word. I got up, I don't know what I got dressed, I guess, went downstairs, and I was ready to go. Mm-hmm. So that, I don't know what that means, but for everything that I can think of within myself, and I think with the people around me, it feels like it's mostly nurtured than natured. like, I think even my curiosity is very nurture based. At least it was augmented through nurture, because I don't know, every time I like read a book or play a game or watch a movie, it's what fascinated me are things that are so intricate and they don't like give you the answers, so you're just like, oh, I gotta play a little game to kind of like figure this. Anyways, there's a lot there. So my point being, I think a good parent would have to allow, the slight innate sense of self that a kid has, whilst also giving them the right tools to tackle life with their own color, let's say. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I think my parents, for what it's worth, I'm there's a lot of work that I could do for myself, but I think I'm proud of who I am at this point. No regrets.
No regrets.
No regrets. I'll get it tattooed just to show my conviction towards it. Anything else about children?
I don't want them.
You don't want?
I don't want them.
You don't want them.
I'm with them every day.
What if I mail you one? I give you a freebie. My blood.
I would. No. Kick it.
Kick the baby. You'll fix him.
I can't wait for my friends or my sister, hopefully, to have kids.
You want to be the cool aunt.
I would be a cool aunt.
Aunt.
Why?
Ants live in hills.
Oh.
Don't you think that was such a clever joke? That was worth saying?
At
Wasting our
all.
time right now? I think it was worth it. You're welcome.
I would be so cool. I'd be so cool. And I would know how to raise them, because that's my job.
I wouldn't bring my kids to you. Just like, see, I would keep them afar and be like, see over there, out in the wild? That's a woke over there. Ça, c'est un woke.
Toi, t'es un woke.
Toi, t'es un woke.
Toi, tu respectes les pronoms. Toi.
Yeah. The only pronouns I want them to know are je, tu, il, elle. Il, elle, on. Mes pronoms sont Québec.
Mes pronoms sont Québec.
I don't want to put
Go,
subtitles.
Habs, go. Barbecue.
Did you get that out of your system?
I did think so.
Any other annoyances you have with me? Or is it just...
No, the rest are very situational.
Tabarnak.
I'm so sorry.
I'm not that bad then.
No, you are. But there's no, like, specific second pinpoint, I think.
It was something in the past that I did.
Jay, I can't even remember.
Because I'm not that bad.
TBH. No, because I just get over it.
Yeah, because you're forgiving. Yeah.
I forgive, but I never forget.
Because they weren't that bad, or just like...
She forgot.
I don't know.
So the topic I wanted to bring in, an hour and a half into this.
Wait, you can't see how long it's been, no?
Yeah, bottom right. I can't see it.
Where's
Can you
right?
see it? What do you mean, where's right?
Show me.
An hour and 4 minutes down here. Next to the
You
red.
can see from here? You can see that number?
No, I zoomed in. But I know it's there.
I don't even know what the symbol next to it is.
It's the
Is it
red
a-
circle?
Is it? Oh, it's a circle.
It's the record.
I thought it was an arrow.
Oh, maybe you should get your glasses, Miss 2020 vision.
I got
you
my
do.
contacts
That's
checked like 3 months ago.
Did you get them changed?
The contacts, yeah, not my glasses though. But I see no difference. So
You got swindled.
I got scammed. But anyway, what was the subject?
Scammed.
Are you gonna tell me when I know you? I'm not sure I want to hear.
Oh no, that would be way too long. You perplex me on a lot of different ways, but one that gets me curious, gets my curious juices flowing, if I will, a necessary precision, is when you say shit like, I don't know if I'm supposed to be like this. I don't know if I'm in recency, I don't know if I'm allowed to be mad. And oftentimes, like, another topic we had on an earlier episode was, I don't know if this made it into the episode, but you had said something along the lines of, oh, like, someone's birthday, and I don't like celebrating people's birthday because I just don't know how to act. And I'm like we talked about it a little bit. Actually, no, I think it was post, because I remember I was sitting here and you were over there. But
yeah,
if I remember correctly, I said something along the lines of, like, I don't know, like, how do you want to act in that moment, and just, like, go on that. And I'm curious to know what. I don't know if it's fair for me to say it in this way, but, like, why do you feel like you have to fit in a specific mold? If that's an accurate way of putting it.
The two situations are two very different cases.
Okay.
Because
I can see. Yeah.
The one where the one where I was like, I don't know if I'm allowed to be mad. It's more because, even though I seem like cuckoo crazy and hee hee, and, like, I have very pronounced opinions, I'm still a very objective person, and I always have.
Sorry, go ahead. No. I'm just fucking.
No, but I am very, like, I always have a second point of view on what I'm doing, like a more. What's the word? A more objective. What's the other word?
Like
like a more took a step back.
Yeah, like a third person. I think that's what objective kind of means.
I wanted to find a little synonym, but whatever. But
I can think of so many.
So that's exactly, it's the same thing that I was telling you when I'm mad at you. So basically, I'm mad at you, this is what I'm feeling instinctively, but if I'm also being objective on the situation, I'm like, okay, I'm not, this time I know I'm not supposed to be mad at you for that, because this is just me being irrationally pissed because we're not the same person. Right? So yesterday I was mad, but I was also questioning, like, is it rational, and is it objectively correct to be mad at them for not answering because potentially, I don't know, they have a life or something? Like, do I have to be more, what's it called, like, indulgent?
Are you saying like experience the
no, like, should I just be more
accommodating?
Yeah.
Accommodating type of. Yeah.
Because a lot of the time I know what the answer is, but sometimes I don't really know. In that case, I didn't know whether it was fair for me to be mad or not.
So what do you end up doing if you dictate? I know we can get to the other thing for the birthdays, but, like, what do you do once you've decided that you shouldn't be mad?
I don't voice it.
So you bottle it up?
I bottle it up.
But
I mean, if it's not fair for me to be mad, I'm not gonna bother the other person, and then, you know, I don't know, it's just, I also know that if I'm mad at them for irrational reasons, they're going to be like, okay, but, you know, like, this is happening, and you should be mad for this. I just don't want to be in the situation of I'm in the wrong. I'm mad, but I shouldn't be mad, you know? Not that I'm in the not I'm in the wrong,
Freudian
but, like,
slip once again.
No, it's not Freudian. I mean,
I think that there's some truth in that.
Yeah. I don't want to be in a situation where I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry, I shouldn't be mad. I would rather say, guys, like, I know I'm not supposed to, but right now this is pissing me off, you know? I would rather say, like, just off the bat say, look, I know this is irrational, but, and very subjective, but this situation is just a piece of a crap. But most of the time, I just won't say anything.
Like, if you... The thing is like, the times you have done that you shared with me, or that I'm aware, like, what the reasonings are, there's usually, like, there's definitely a reason why you're mad. It's not like a BPD moment, you know? It's not out of the blue, out of nowhere. there's a root to it, but it almost feels like you do a all or nothing type of thing. Like it's either like, oh, this person's racist, or this person doesn't bother me at all, you know? And obviously, like, bottling things up, like I said, it ages you. Clearly. Look, compare my youthful visage.
Visage. Exuberance.
Nobody would have guessed I'm going on 28. I look 14 at most. What'd you call me?
No, I said nobody.
I thought you said no pussy.
No.
It's like, okay.
We don't say this here.
Except you've said it twice. Well,
I'm allowed
you
because
said it once. Because you don't know what I got.
I'm a woman.
You don't know who I am.
That's true.
Could be closeted. Who knows?
If you don't voice it, then it's not there. No, I'm kidding.
They call me the problematic one. Like in my like head canon. No, that's not even close to what I want to try to say. But like, there's a reason for why you're mad, and if you don't add some weight into it, it never gets addressed. Is your issue kind of like, because you mentioned you don't want to essentially do the confrontation.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm bouncing a bit around, but I'll just add this question too. Do you think avoiding that confrontation is worth the reoccurring annoyance, if there is?
No. No.
No?
I don't know what that is, but maybe your straw is gonna catch on fire. That would be epic.
If only we could film that. Actually, it's probably not on the cable. All digital, but you never know. Nice.
But I also think that me trying to rationalize somebody else's behavior is a way for me to give myself a reason not to confront them.
Yeah.
But no, it's not. It's always more worth it to confront somebody, for sure. 100%.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just, I hate it.
I'm just scared. You don't even have the tips together. Goddamn.
Because I have nails.
Can't relate.
But, yeah. Sometimes it's just not fair, and I'm like, I'm not gonna do this to somebody else if it's just me being like, you know.
Do you think it's fair for me to say it's either 0 to or 100 with you when it comes to that?
Yeah.
Fucking loser.
I'm a very intense person.
I think true rationalization is figuring out how much of this is okay for me to share. Because I can't really think of.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely harder for me because I'm more of a tolerant person, except when it comes to milk. But for the most part, like, if there is something that I can foresee being a problem, my only caveat is if I think that the other person is not going to be receptive to it. That's the only. I think that's the most consistent time where I don't perform confrontation.
Yeah.
Because it feels like nothing's being registered. It just feels like a waste of time, and you just leave. You kind of go in there hoping there'd be some sort of solution, but if anything, the other person doesn't understand, or maybe you yourself don't understand. Like, you don't feel any more educated on the situation, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
And when I feel like that, because there's some times where I have tried, and upon repetition, it just feels like nothing's really changing, for lack of better, more precise words. So I'm just like, okay. And then that's just a test of my tolerance.
Mm-hmm.
And but what would it take for you to sit someone down and actually do a little intervention?
I've done it like probably twice.
In your entire life? So many times.
I think so.
Yeah. I do this shit on a monthly basis. Like, okay, here's your monthly your monthly checkup.
Terrible. No, I think I did it once, but I think it's
Just once. Holy shiz.
it once, and because like I was at my limit of what I could handle and like keep inside. And I think
it bursted into
a
bursted fiery into, ball
of Jules' bathroom. Yeah, that was the other day.
Oh, right. Wait, who did you confront?
The monk.
Oh. I thought you were talking about your parents.
What?
You said marital issues, and I was just like, oh.
Oh! No. No!
I responded like, for context, I'm not going to share too much, but we hung out at some point. She was a bit off. I texted her afterwards being like, hey, were you good? She's like, oh, just marital issues. And I know on Sundays, because it happened on Sunday, you call your parents and it usually goes really bad.
What?
Well,
what?
It can. With your mom and dad, they can get a bit heated.
Right.
Well, you have shared a few times.
No, it's good. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and well, that's what I was going off of. And I said marital issues, and I was just like, and the only thing I respond, because I thought we're like on the same page kind of, so I just respond, classic. You know? So I'm just like, oh, okay.
Oh yeah, no, my parents are fine now.
Okay, don't say marital issues. It's okay.
I mean,
it's a different ballpark. Marital is putting a ring on it.
Okay, well, yeah, but it was a joke also.
I can't tell through the void, the ethereal void of the web. When it comes to texting, I'm autistic.
Okay, I'll be your first degree.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I was at my limit. I had it.
Was it because of the shirts?
No.
Because that was all you.
And I just realized I should have brought it, but.
Okay. Do you want to share?
Elaborate? It's just like, even in relationships, I'm very bad at sharing, even though you're supposed to be very close to that person,
mm-hmm.
and be able to express your feelings. Mm-hmm. But it's still not great for me. So I think, yeah, I think that's the only, I can't even think of another moment where I sat somebody down. I was like, okay, listen to me. And even then I like kind of pretended it was something else, but it really wasn't.
Boy.
But then at some point I got like very serious. Like I very said. Like I explicitly talked about what the problem was. But
you didn't beat around the bush like a little dancing fairy.
No. But the fact that it went very well, that I was able to say everything that was on my chest, and that the outcome ended up being what I was like looking forward to. It was really rewarding, and now I'm like, okay, so that actually works. It was not that bad. I need to keep doing that because it saves so much time, so much like moments where I'm gonna feel like shit and then not enjoy my life for no fucking reason.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's worth having this very like silly conversation.
So better late than never.
Yes.
May I ask what the topic of discussion was, or is that more on this?
No, it's fine. It's just that
side.
He's a very workaholic person.
Mm.
And he doesn't have any boss. Like he decides his hours. So at some point it was like 6 to very late, and I'm like, I'm literally moved into your apartment. Like I do it's an hour away from my work. Like I do a lot in order to be there, and I basically told him, like, if you're not willing to accommodate to that, then it's fine. Like I don't want to be I wouldn't want to stand in between you and your work. Like, it doesn't please me. That was one thing where I kept being like, am I right to be mad? Is this, like, fair, objectively? But I was like, if you're not willing to put in some effort and sacrifice some of your work to be with me, then I'd rather just, like, go home and then we just find a different arrangement. But then yeah, he told me, no, it's not that I don't want to. It's just I'm very shit at being organized and working efficiently. So, like, we worked on that and now it's fine. But, yeah.
And that's like it's not a small topic. That's especially in relationships. That's a big thing.
And it's big because it kind of feels like in that moment I'm asking him to choose between his work and me, which is like I definitely don't want to do that. It's not fair to ask because his work is also his passion. So like,
what does he do?
He's.
You say stock market?
No. he does video. He's like a content creator for other people.
Like an editor?
Yeah, but he also films.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
cool.
But he does like so many things, so it takes a lot of time, and he's a perfectionist, so he spends like an hour on one project, blah blah.
Then some. Like I think I understand. Like when I'm in the groove,
I'm like, if there's somebody who can get that, it's definitely you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when I'm in the groove, yeah, I could go from 8 a.m. to 2 a.m. the next day, you know? He's
self-taught like you.
Oh, yeah? It's passion.
Yeah.
It's coming from a place of passion.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah. But sometimes it's also, he's stressed because he has deadlines, he's working for clients, so like they're expecting something, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So it's not just like...
Yeah, I had that with freelance.
It's also like painful to see him struggle, and I'm like, I feel guilty, but I feel like shit because I'm like, I spent an hour coming here. His work is done very late, and I can't stay awake because I have to wake up early and then go to work tomorrow. But it's just annoying.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I still think, even though you feel as if it's a choice, like an ultimatum between like work or relationship, it's a question of compromise. The thing is like if. Here's the thing with the more workaholic, like, grind type of lifestyles. If you want, like, a well-founded relationship, whether that be romantic or any type, you gotta understand you only have so much time in a day, and you've gotta plan appropriately. You know, I don't know how, like, I probably don't work as much as him because I do have, like, my ups and downs. But even to that, I don't feel confident having like a fully committed relationship at this moment too. Things are starting to change. I haven't seen you in a hot minute. I got a job. Yeah. Yeah. Could tell you about it.
What do you mean in a hot minute? We saw each other.
Well, I got the job on Thursday.
2 weeks ago ish.
Yeah, I got the job on Thursday.
No way.
Yeah. It's not in the industry. It's not, but it's interesting. I'll talk about it more afterwards. Cockblocked.
Good. I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
Are you like satisfied with the job?
Well, I haven't started yet.
But you're satisfied.
Oh, with.
Are you more satisfied that you got a job, or with this one specifically?
This one interests me.
Okay,
it interests me. Yeah, so cool. It's very independent. Wow. Actually, you know what? I'll say it. Yeah. Actually, I don't want to jinx it because I'm supposed to receive like all the information and emailing like sometime this coming week. Okay. Do you want to not say Well, I mean, I'm not really superstitious, so I'm just gonna say it. And if I don't get a job, then fuck, back to the grind, I guess. But no, it was something that I had 2 interviews for in like December, and then they ended up hiring someone that had more experience with it. And I was like, je t'adore. So I go back to it, just. Job searching, and then I got an email at the start of last week saying like, "Hey, you still interested? Look through your file and would be interested," because I had 2 interviews with 2 different people, and there was this third person. Is it because there was like several stages, or how come 2? So it was actually 2 different positions. So the first, what the position I got is a thing called a hospitality agent. Okay. So from my understanding, what it is, it's you're kind of like a concierge, not like a janitor, but like a concierge for a building, but for multiple buildings.
Okay.
So what I'll be doing is from, 9 to 4 or whatever, it's a full-time job, is, from my understanding, is I just go from building to building. I have like a checklist of things to do, rooms to check, third-party members to check up with, making sure they're all doing their job. It's very delegate-y and kind of control-ish. But the fact that I get, and the buildings are like relatively close, I can just walk around from building to building. That's so
nice. You're gonna love that.
I think, yeah, and I'm gonna enjoy that. And it's not like because it's still not necessarily it's not at all in the industry I want to be in. It's hospitality, but I do miss like just talking to people.
Mm-hmm.
But when I went back to that cafe, it was just like I can't do this like
Constantly.
for the entire 8 hours.
Yeah.
It's just it's not because I'm like necessarily fake. It's just I have to limit myself, because even like if I meet someone for the first time and I'm feeling somewhat of a vibe, or I'm just comfortable, if they say something dumb, I'll be like, that was dumb. You can't do that in customer service.
Mm-hmm.
Well, sometimes I did because I knew I could get away with it, but like, and it was like jovial, it was nice and fun. But some people just talk, and I don't care. I just don't care, because I ask questions too, and they just give me like the blandest answers, and I'm just like, kill me now. Have your coffee. Leave. It's not their fault. I'm just I'm an acquired taste, let's say. But it's gonna be nice because I'm gonna have like a lot of it is gonna be independent, which I've been doing for the last 2 years, let's say.
They're residential?
It's more like a hotel type of service. It's not hotel. I mean, they merged with Marriott recently, so there's gonna be a few changes. But it's like it's difficult to. So they own different buildings, and they're kind of like they're like apartments essentially.
Okay.
Like they have a kitchen, they have but they also have room service. It's some high end shit.
Huh. Do you have promotions on them?
I think if I'm not mistaken, I get to have, and they're all over like the world. It's called Sonder, so they're all over the world, and I get credits and free rooms. So if I want to travel, I essentially get an apartment with room service.
There's no way.
Yeah.
What?
I got a good deal.
But even here?
Yeah, here. I don't want to abuse it, but yeah. Yeah. If I go to New York, I can, yeah.
That is insane. Yeah. Wow, that's crazy benefit. Damn, you better make use of that. And I feel like you're not going to.
Well, I mean, if I'm traveling, I'm traveling.
Are you going to travel though? Because...
might go to Quebec in
oh God, this
April.
is not traveling.
No, but like only because Brie fucked up, and she was supposed to get Quebec tickets for this weekend. She ended up getting it for like the first week of April.
Oh my God, her and I were besties.
Why?
Because I did the mistake.
Oh, you were in New York. Sure. No, she fucking lost her shit. She's going through a lot of stuff in the last few weeks, and that was just like the cherry on top. She's like, she's trying to fuck up.
Oh no, where are they now? Did she go?
They're in Quebec. They got new tickets,
but
they couldn't refund it.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
But why didn't they just go in April then? They had something specific to do there.
Yeah. It was to support the badminton team in Quebec.
Okay.
Like Soph isn't playing, but it's just to go to support them. That was her last when we went.
She's done.
Yeah, she's done.
But
the last game we went to go see, that was her last played game. But now she's supporting her team.
But because she's done with school, right?
Yeah, I think this is her last.
But she's still at school right now? I'm confused.
Yeah, but she only has like 2 classes, like a Spanish class. When we went to go
see her,
yeah.
What month was it? Was it February?
Mm-hmm.
That's like, it's not the end of the semester, is it?
No.
So why would I'm confused.
I get confused too. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure. Like she has like the stage and stuff like that. I think because she's working as like she has a contract for like a substitute teacher. Like she's I don't know what's the name of her program, but it's very much to be like a teacher, like a gym teacher, I think specifically. So I think for the end, she has like an internship more so than actually doing classes. And I think the only classes she has this year is like extracurricular, or like just to bring up your credits. I'm a dropout. I don't know how school works. But like she has like a Spanish class and another one which was...
But it's weird because
I forget what it was.
I mean, no. If her program ended, then that makes sense. But if not, I mean, even in stage, you're still part of the uni, so you could still be...
I think she's still part of the team. She's just not lined up to play in those tournaments. Because she still goes to the practices and stuff like that. But the last thing, when we went to go see her...
Okay, yeah. I see.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
Thanks for the water.
You're welcome. This is part 2. Shall I start with the mukbang? You gotta write my name on it.
Oh. Yeah, I don't have a Sharpie.
Did you want to open this?
Mm?
Do you want to open this?
Mm.
Okay. While you do that, tell me about the birthday thing.
Oh,
if
right.
there's anything else to add. Or maybe context, because it wasn't...
I mean, the other
recorded.
thing was just... Yeah, so one part is I try to be as objective and fair as possible in a situation where I'm going to be expressing negative feelings. Because if it's going to negatively impact somebody else, I want it to be for a reason. You know, an objective reason. I don't want to bother people. Do you get my drift?
Yeah, but sometimes we like to kind of prioritize the I don't want to bother people to the point where...
You forget.
Because rationalizing doesn't immediately go towards the objective. It's just very much like you know when people are trying to like delve deep into a topic so they can like argue about it, oftentimes they just stick in one part of the side of the argument, so they just expose with that. I think when we rationalize, we do something very similar. Like we go into it with a bias and we kind of like tailor our rationalization towards that bias.
Right, yeah.
Oftentimes, whether we know it or not.
Wait, I'm gonna make some noise. But also,
Squish, squish.
one thing I learned from being with Lilith is that I don't always have to rationalize and give reason to the other person. Like sometimes, even if I subjectively feel something, it's still valid for me to express that I'm feeling that way. So that thing,
What does valid mean? Oh, you fucked this up. I should have done it.
But no, because I don't want it to be necessarily perfect. I kind of like the feeling of, oh, it opened and then like somebody like it's been used, you know, and they threw it and then
That sounds like okay, fair enough. It does sound like you just made that up on the spot to remedy
because,
this.
Because the two others, when I laminated them, I was like, well, this is a little lame. So I fold one piece on one of them, just so it looks a little cooler.
Oh my gosh, it smells like milk again. Oh, it smells a bit
There's for sure white chocolate in there.
What is this supposed to be?
This is ube.
Ube? I looked it up. It is ube.
Ube.
Ubi. I'm Indonesian. I speak Mabaktang.
Ew! Oh my god, what was that?
That's fine, because that's how Tagalog sounds too.
Oh, no.
Alright, ready?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna eat the entire thing. Why can't I eat the entire thing? Why do you despise that so much?
It's just not. I just don't like it. How does it feel?
Tastes like potpourri. Oh, whoa. Yo, that ube just hits you at the end. It's just like, ooh, little flower, like milky flower, and then it's just like ube, you know? And you're like, whoa, I didn't consent. I like it.
Okay, that was a lot of emotions for a Kit Kat.
It's called content. I play it up for the camera. I actually hate all of this.
Do you like it or not?
I do. Okay. It's one of these things where I was just like, I'd be like, you know, one packet is enough.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know if it's because...
Because they're... The fact that they're fruity is...
No.
Because I feel like chocolate... I mean, for me, chocolate, I can go through the whole packet. Like, I can get... Huh.
It doesn't, like, fuck up your throat?
Maybe. But the pain is delicious. Like, these are fruits, I'm like, when I was done. But they're also very consistent, but...
See, what I would eat would be the Terry's chocolate orange. You know, the thing you hit on the floor turns into chocolate orange slices.
What?
We did on the brainstorming. You know, I like hit it on the floor. When I had like a bunch of chocolate, there's one it was in a box and it was a ball in an orange like tinfoil. It's called a Terry's chocolate orange.
Okay.
You're supposed to like hit it, and in the commercials, when you hit it to like, so it breaks and you can peel it, good things happen. Like, for example, there was this one time where in a commercial, he hits it on the table, and then some girl on the second floor taking a bubble bath just falls right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hot.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So that's what I'm waiting for.
So
I was waiting for my neighbor to fall down from the ceiling, but all I got was...
Me?
Yeah, I want a refund. What does valid mean?
Valid.
It always perplexes me that.
Valid is a little woke, I think. No, it's not woke. Valid is a little brain rot culture. Like, oh my god, that's so valid. Valid is just, it means you're allowed to say it out loud. It might not be very objective, but you're allowed. It's part of you, and you can. It's okay. It's Can
I dig into this?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how precise with your words you were being just now, but what is the difference when you're saying, oh, I don't know if I'm allowed to think this, versus valid means I'm allowed to feel this? Like, is that the same thing, or did you just use the same word?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, well, how do you dictate whether something is valid/allowed? Because it seems to me, I don't know if I'm making too quick of an assumption, but it seems to me like whether I'm bothering someone or not has a big component to whether something is allowed or not in your realm.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So valid, actually, I feel like there's a difference between, I mean, it's not really allowed, but I think something being valid is more like it makes sense and it's understandable that you feel this way, and you're allowed to voice it.
So because it makes sense.
Not allowed, but you're... Yes. Yes. Check.
Ask a specific question, get a broad-ass answer.
How do you know? It's just, I don't know, objectively. Once again, yeah. Is it objective? Is it understandable? Is it relatable?
Pardon my French, but it seems like you pulled that right out of your ass.
No! That's kind of what I was explaining before, Valid, because it's so... I think people use it in a different context. Like, everyone has their own definition. But to me, I see it as... Is what I'm feeling... Is this chocolate?
It's okay, I'll clean it up.
No,
Either that or you shat yourself.
Is it on my pants?
Oh, is it? You got some poo-poo on you.
Oh, no.
Nasty. Get your head back into the frame, you.
No.
Don't show that off. That's actually rancid.
Good.
Yes. Thank you, low resolution webcam. Can't see anything.
Oh my god. Oh no. How did that happen?
Don't. No. Okay. Hell no. Don't jump scare me like that. See, my head that was a shit stain. And you just went, scrape, loop.
It's clearly not a shit.
But in my head, like, I was going with the bit. You know, when I'm going with a bit, I feel a bit. I'm a method actor. Here, have some Kleenex.
Clip it.
You are the bane of my
It's
sanity.
chocolate.
I don't care. I have my irrational fears too, okay?
Oh my god. Listen,
A
I'm
very hard-head
so...
baby not wanting to come out of the womb, and chocolate that looks like poop on pants that you were just about to eat.
I'm so inhibited by chocolate now. I did not.
Oh boy.
Like, I have chocolate on me. I have chocolate. I have poop on me every day. Because I work with kids.
Yeah.
And
It
it's
almost
really
sounds like you're proud of it. Yeah, I'm not a big, like, germ guy, but it's, like, just very...
Okay, but I have to make sure. Do I have any more?
Nope. I mean, you shat yourself, but...
Stop. Oh, look, it's almost gone. I was moving this, and I was like, doesn't feel like I've seen this before. Boop, boop. Talking, and then, like, chocolate. And I was like, ah!
It's okay, I'll clean it.
You're
I'll
welcome for
I'll
this
put my entire hazmat
entertainment.
suit. Yeah.
Jay! It's chocolat.
Yeah.
And it's not even, like, it's almost gone.
No, see, this type of shit is actually one of my rare irrational fears.
Le caca?
No, well, yes, but just
Really?
like, yeah, like even the idea of wet food, like when you're cleaning dishes, I despise it when people still have like you know, you can scrape off some of the shit off of the plate before you start washing it. Some people don't do that, and it's just ugh. I hate the funnel. You know, the funnel in the sink?
Yes.
Or not the funnel, but the net thing.
Mm-hmm.
I hate cleaning that.
Yeah, it's
Wet,
disgusting.
old food. Ugh.
And sometimes there's...
I'm just like this.
Sometimes there's hair.
And it's...
Because, like, I wash dishes and then some of my hair goes inside it.
That's why I tie my hair.
It's disgusting. It is absolutely rancid.
The worst thing is me cleaning the drain. The drain is like...
But in the kitchen, not like the bathroom, right?
Any type of drain. Any type of drain, I can't. I can. I am the complete opposite of enjoying it.
Yeah.
Like, remember when my sink in my bathroom was clogged?
Oh, yeah. It's disgusting.
Only because I was procrastinating it, because it's the one house chore that I really have to be in that, like... But I'm gagging the entire time. And the longer you wait, especially now that I'm growing my hair too, like even when I just like throw water in my face, it goes, you know, my hair just falls. Hell no. I also considered getting like a house cleaner.
What?
Well, not for real. Like it crossed my mind where I'm just like, you know, the idea, I'm not immediately like, nope.
I can do it for you.
For free?
For you.
Bad friend.
No, I'm kidding. One of the things I would love to do is, and I copied somebody else, it's a girl who lives in, I don't know, I think Toronto or something. She does free cleaning for people in a situation of...
Yeah, you told me about this.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So...
Little hoarders. Clean for the hoarders. I don't
Not
think
for
you
the
mentioned,
hoarders.
No, you didn't mention
Oh
the hoarders.
God.
But she's a content creator, right?
She just does like free cleanings for people that have big mental
Yeah.
whatever, like disabilities, disorders, and that cannot get themselves to clean their house because they're too heavily
And they end up being hoarders.
impacted. No, they're not hoarders. Can you not? These are like these people. No, don't do it, please. Like, please. These are people with terrible lives, and cleaning their house is just too much for their mental state. And she's such an angel. And she goes there, and the house it's terrible. Like, the condition is really bad. The toilets are clogged. They pee on the or in bottles.
Yep.
In one of the house, she had to empty like 50 bottles of pee.
I knew a friend who she was staying at a dorm back in Gatineau, and she wouldn't want to leave at all. And they had sinks in their dorm rooms, like a little, and that's for like a month or two. That's what that was her relief station.
Oh.
Which I don't know how pooped work for there, but yeah. Oh yeah. I'm not unaware of this chronic type of mental state. I just find it funny.
Well, no.
Hey, if their feelings are valid, mine are
their
too.
Their feelings are valid because they have mental health issues.
Yeah, maybe
but,
my way of coping with mental health.
No, but like the house are like you can't see the floor. There's like.
What is a hoarder?
No, the difference is not A hoarder is somebody who collects things and can't get rid of them because they have attachment to them. Mm-hmm. This is a situation where they're too heavily impacted to clean up because it's too much of an effort. All the things that's on the floor is like dirty tissues or whatever, like food wraps or like, you know.
That's how I feel about my sink.
They're all like, it's not objects, it's more, it's garbage. So anyway, she cleans for free these houses. And I would love to do that because first of all, it brings awareness to mental health issues. And it helps, like it very much helps these people for a little while. Because then sometimes she has to go back to their houses because they go back to the same situation. And third of all, I'm a cleaning freak, so I would love to do that. But sometimes she finds like dead mice, little droppings, little cockroaches. So yeah, I'd love to do that. Steal her thunder. Can you not stand in front of the camera while I'm talking about my story?
I just wanted to show everybody my flat ass.
Pancake.
Not as flat as the earth, though. Do you think I have to blur the knife? No. Do you think YouTube is going to be like...
It's a cutter. I think you're fine.
I'm sorry, I could have definitely murdered your ass.
Okay, well that you would have to blur out. Regardless, if you need me to clean your sink, I'll do it for $20.
I don't have $20, so...
I have a big wardrobe now.
Well... Maybe I'm saving and I'm doing my pension plan. And I'm putting every paycheck into my pension plan. I'm going to be a rich-ass granddad.
I don't do that.
Pension?
Because I'm not Quebecois.
Oh, I guess, yeah.
So I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do because I'm not putting it into my French one either.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
But I mean, you can do it yourself,
when it comes
right?
to this. Yeah, well, you know, there's different types of saving accounts that you could take advantage of depending on your bank.
See, that's the thing that I want somebody to tell me how to do it, and I don't know how.
Ask ChatGPT.
That's literally what I was going to say.
Yeah. Just always do your research afterwards, because ChatGPT always...
That bitch ain't reliable.
No, actually.
I'm gonna write it down now so that I don't forget.
Sometimes I have fun. Oh my gosh. Jinx.
Small but strong.
I don't know if that was just clumsy as fuck.
You know how there's a bunch of shit on the floor.
You know how cats they have like the elegance to like perfectly match where their last paw, like,
yes,
you know, like their back paws merge with the footprints of their front paws, and they have that elegance and that like coordination with their body. You have the complete opposite of that. You'll just like roll into a room and be
That's
like...
That's not true also. Oh my god, I'm hungry.
You said that earlier.
Did you hear my belly?
No. I thought that was just you humming the national anthem.
You said that as I was writing national.
I'm a fucking god, dude. I don't know what to tell you. Are you ready now on ChatGPT now?
Yeah, but just like
To have the conversation.
And then that was
there.
here, and then.
Rock. Was that cool? Cool.
But it did not charge a single bit.
Did you put it properly?
Yeah, it said it was charging when I left it. It did not charge at all. This is
Right.
bullshit. I'm gonna use my own charger.
Oopsie doopsie.
It's also gonna zap.
Wait, is it oh no, it's here, we can just put it because if I put it there I have to move.
No, I
the
want a
couch.
real outlet. I don't want the USB.
I'm sorry. But that's what actually wait.
Isn't there one under your desk or
there's
something?
one
Do you not
actually
have
right there.
outlets? What is happening?
They're all on the bottom and they're all being used. The ones that are here are fine.
Confusion. For real, I'm hungry. I'm gonna go eat after.
If only I had lengthier limbs. Okay, pass me your pajon.
Wait.
Pajone.
Wait. They don't love you like I love you.
Give it to me.
Wait. They don't love you like I love you. Wait. Anyways. I forgot what we were talking about.
What? Don't spit it out. Okay.
I'm not going to.
Why did you laugh?
I don't know, it was funny.
What was funny?
You turning the pillow.
The zipper was up.
Okay.
Look, the zip.
Oh no, it's chocolate.
Tabaknak, you messy little swine.
I don't understand because I didn't see any chocolate fall.
But you knew it fell. You just didn't give a shit to
No!
look for it.
No, why
You're
does
just
it-
like, it fell.
No!
I can't find it.
And then
Oh
I-
well.
And then I found it.
Yeah, fucking an hour later.
No, I was like, oh, it's here. Look in camera. Oh my god, literally, look at the recording. You're gonna see me
I
throw it out.
have to look at the
Where? I
recording.
don't know because the garbage wasn't here, so I don't know where I put it. I'm kidding. I ate it. I think.
Oh my gosh. You are...
Gremlin. No, for real, I think I ate it. I
You-
found it. It was right here next to my pants, and then I ate it.
I don't know. You're like that one kid that snorts crayons, you know?
You've told me that so
and you're
many
just like,
times.
yeah, I know. I just want to hammer it down, cause like you'd be like, no, Billy, don't do that, and you're like, it's like you're in a playground and you find like a little rabbit poop, and you're just like, oh my gosh, little chocolates, like no, don't do that, and you're like, nom 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 nom.
I was not licking glue. I was not doing crazy shit.
I tell you about this one
I
time.
was chasing boys because I wanted to kiss them. So I would chase them through the...
This checks out with who you are today. You rebelled against that instinctive... I thought your socks were reversed for a second.
No.
Did I tell you that one time where I was doing a quiz in primary school and my friend... We had like two desks just like facing each other, and we were doing this quiz. It's just silent in the classroom. Everybody's doing their little thing, and for some reason, I just like look up to face him, and let's say this is the desk, right? I also want to show like the people too. So if this is the desk, he's like leaned over. He's like leaned over like this and just staring at me, and just a glue stick just comes out, and he just.
Oh no. He
As-
bites?
He just eats the glue stick, like the glue.
Or...
It's just
Ew.
like a big chunk. And while staring at me, he was waiting for me to look up.
That was so funny.
So he
How
does
old?
that, and I'm just like, like that, and it's just silent, like super silent in the classroom. People look at me. The teacher's like, and then I was like, and you had a question. Ask your question.
How old?
4th year, so maybe 9
Oh my
something like
god.
that. And then the next period,
Wow.
it was lunch right after.
Where did it go?
But
Did he spit it out at some point?
no, here comes. So, it was weird with lunch because depending on like if you were at Garderie or whatever, you had lunch at different places, whatever. So we were in the same classroom, but we had lunch in separate rooms. So I went to my classroom for lunch, and at some point I went to the bathroom. And I walk in, do my business. I'm washing my hands, and all I hear is.
Oh no!
And yeah, he turned out kind of funny. This kid.
Hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, incidentally, his name's Jan. So yeah, your
That's
types
crazy.
your types are glue eaters.
It was him for sure.
Oh yeah. I talked to him afterwards.
And he tried to puke the glue stick out.
No, he was successful. He ended up being successful.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
It's
still
crazy because like.
He just wanted a reaction out of me. Like he was one of those
that's
kids.
really funny.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
Some gat trash kids right there.
Crazy.
Yeah.
The thing is, I've tried to eat the glue because I wanted to know what the fuss was about, but it's not that great. There's really nothing about it. It's like eating your this
Your
what's it called?
your boogers.
Your boogies.
Bogies.
Like I tried and it's disgusting.
Yeah, no.
It's.
I think I remember when I was a kid I asked like why do you do that, and the person said, oh, because it's salty. I'm just like, I don't know, I'd rather just eat a packet of salt.
I mean,
you know?
yeah. It's just,
I mean, to each their own. It's just,
I don't get it.
I mean, I was a kid that picked his nose, but I didn't fucking couldn't eat that shit.
Because all the kids in my
Tissue.
work, they do that. They're constantly like, and I'm like, why are you doing this? I'm so
Fucking
confused.
rancid. Hell no.
And I'm like, stop, boss. I'm like, "Hey, whatever. I don't stop them anymore.
You eat it for them.
Ah,
Just like, and you're like,
it's disgusting. They're just all together just disgusting.
just do it to them. Like, do it yourself, and they'll be like, wow, what is she doing? It's fucking gross. And then I'll stop.
Or like one of my teachers, she used to say, "Do you want my finger? Do you need a finger?" As
For
in like,
what?
as in like, do you need another one? I'll give it to you.
When she saw
When you were picking your nose, it's a very thing in France of being like, "Do you need a finger?"
okay, we were a
Okay,
bit more subtle about it. We weren't like in the middle of class.
It's not like I want to dissuade you, so like, you want me to put this up your nose? Do you need
Yeah.
help?
I don't know. It kind of entices me.
Oh no.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
activated something within me, and I think it's a good thing. I still don't know what valid means.
Ugh! I explained it to you. It's so clear. Valid is just. Is there a valid reason for you to feel what you're feeling?
Ever heard of a circular definition?
It's just I literally
Can you explain it better in
said
French?
No, because I said it. I can't. Is what you're feeling understandable? Is it relatable? Is there a rational, objective reason for you to feel this way? Are they valid? I said this like 3 times. I don't know how to be clearer.
But
doesn't
like,
make
okay,
sense.
but all 3 of those you can ask like, what does it mean to be valid? What does it mean what does it mean to be like objective? What does it mean?
No.
to-
What does it mean to be understood?
Yeah, we're gonna ask these questions. I'm gonna ask these questions because I'm a philosopher.
No, because I'm literally gonna say, does somebody understand you?
Oh,
Does somebody get what you're feeling? Do they relate? Is it explainable?
sure, but if you have 2 mentally neurotic types that irrationally get upset over
know.
spilt milk, if they both connect, is that considered valid?
This is the thing. This is why I said I thought objectivity and being valid are still different, because valid is a lot more subjective.
To me, valid just means true.
Not
'Cause-
necessarily.
Oftentimes when people use it, and I know you said like, oh, it's like kind of like an overused term or whatever.
There's
It's just like if if I do something and it just makes you upset, and I'm talking in general, it's not specifically you, and it makes you upset, like if I sit in a specific way, no, what's a more realistic thing? Maybe the way I walk. It just upsets you because it's not aesthetically pleasing or whatever. I would consider that valid, but it's a silly reason.
No, it's not valid.
It's not valid. Okay.
No, I'm kidding. That depends. See, valid is not an actual thing. It's a brain rot term.
Okay.
Maybe that's why.
That sucks for those people that actually need to be validated. It's like, oh, what term do we use now?
That's it. I don't want to talk about it now. Anyway, you want me to say about? You want me to talk about the birthday thing?
Oh yeah.
The birthday is just me being autistic.
Okay.
Because I just don't know what is socially expected of me. Because it's a weird situation. I feel like there's like a vibe. Something changes. It's because it's a day where there's something. Something is different that day. Because it's your birthday or it's somebody else's birthday. And so I just don't understand how much I should be changing, what I should be changing, how I should be changing. I just don't understand.
Do you not understand the expectations for you as an individual, or what a person generally should react?
Because I see everyone reacting and I'm like, oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. That's good. And I'm like, wait, this is me individually, because I feel like everybody else knows what they're doing except me. I'm just so confused. And I also don't know what the other person expects, if it's somebody else's birthday, because everyone's different. If it's my birthday, I also don't know. I don't understand what I want exactly. Yeah. It's very... I hate birthdays.
Does this I think I know the answer to this, but does this feeling bleed into other aspects in your life?
Yeah.
And it's...
anything social. Less now.
So, is what perplexes you I feel like perplex is my word of the day. I used it like 3 or 4 times already. What confuses you is what confuses you, like how people seem so natural when they have that switch in personalities, while you feels like there's a few extra steps that you think you need to do to get to like another
No. For me, it's more, how do they know what is okay and not okay in this situation?
And what's an example of something that's okay, let's say, at a person's birthday party?
Like, I think most, like, the biggest thing is, how much attention should I be bringing to the birthday? Or, like, how special do I need to make this person feel?
Mm-hmm.
And then on my birthday is, how much should I be talking about it? How much should I expect from people? Like, I just don't know what. Or something else is formal language. Or, like, writing formal things.
Right.
I'm terrible at, whether it's in French or English. And I never know what is acceptable for me to say, what's not acceptable. Like, if I'm writing, like, cover letters or writing an email, I'm, like, completely lost because I don't understand I just don't know. I don't know what is okay or not. Do
you think that's mainly because you're just not exposed to those things?
Yeah.
But
so now I have more practice and I'm a little better at it, but I'm still... It's just because I'm copying other people and I don't really get out of this little copying thing. But if it was just me on my own, I'm not sure I would know.
I mean, it kind of relates to what I was saying earlier. Like, sense of self is such a small... Like, innate sense of self is such a small thing that I think is just molded by your surroundings. So, like...
Yeah.
I understand you have kind of, like, this awkward dance with copying, but it is kind of like a natural thing that happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, even in the animal kingdom, like, my first dog, for example, he whenever this is gonna be a bit TMI, but like whenever he would pee, he would always like crouch down, like do the little like the crouch thing. And then once we went camping, there was another dog there. It was like those camping lots. Anyways, he saw another dog do the raise the leg type thing, and ever since that moment, he always raised the leg. It's just, you know, if we see it, and for one reason or another, it's like, oh, this is just a better way of doing things. I don't know necessarily what that means in the dog realm.
It's,
I guess, to mark the territory.
The mirror neurons.
Yeah, but like it has it's if there's actually like a big biological push for you to copy. There's a reason there.
Yeah.
Right. Especially if you look at something and you're just like, especially if you rationalize it and you're just like, oh, this makes sense. This person has this section kind of figured out. They're doing something that works. And obviously you don't think about this part, but it's like, why would I waste my time experimenting, essai-erreur, trial and error, just to get to that same conclusion, when you can just start at that point, essentially.
I mean, I do feel like it's something that can change 100%. It is something that did change. But it just feels like it's taking a lot more time for me than it does for my surroundings. And there's like, I just feel blind. It feels like I'm walking like this, and there's only like little holes in my vision. This is how I feel like when I'm... Or...
Right.
Not for the birthday, for like the formal thing. Or even when I was working at the Mermaid Coffee, and we had to greet people, I really felt like I was going in blind. Like it was really bothering. But because I worked there for so long, now I'm a lot more better. Wow. I'm a lot better. And more confident. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like, I don't know, it shouldn't have taken this long.
My like what I'm getting from this, it seems like it's stemming from a confidence thing. I feel like you can look at a situation, come up with a couple of outcomes that you should follow or directions that you should follow. You're just not entirely sure which one is the right one.
But not because I don't understand it.
In what, like, okay, so well, let's talk about the siren, for example, like the greeting stuff. If I tell you, okay, this is the siren. Here we want people to feel nice and welcomed, and we want to also lead people towards the cash, so there's some nice structure. What if they tell you that, and then they're just like, okay, go do your job at cash or whatever? Does your mind go to certain conclusions of what that could look like? I don't know if I worded that okay.
I don't know, like, of what I should be saying in order to have this...
Yeah, if your goal is like feel warm and welcome, but also like direct people so they're nice and structured, so we can make a nice line.
I mean, now yes,
but
back
before,
then I wouldn't have been able to understand what is okay to say and what is not okay.
Well, I think you have some sort of understanding.
No, yeah.
Like, I don't... No, I think even before.
Yeah.
Because I don't... Like, obviously it's a bit more vague, but I doubt you'd be like, hey, come here.
No, because I'm so scared that I'm also not saying anything.
Yeah, but I think you also have an understanding that, come here is not appropriate.
Yeah, yes.
Right? You have...
Yeah.
You had like a wide view, you just didn't know what to pick from, right? And now with the experience and like with direct and indirect guidance from other people, you have like a more like focal understanding of how you should approach it. So if first of all, if this assessment of mine is true, and if this applies to other facets in your life, I don't think you're completely at a loss when it comes to like new things. It's just it's not clear to you. I I don't even want to say that what the correct thing is, but I guess maybe the most optimal approach to do. Is that fair for me to say? Should I? Yeah, okay. So, initially, if my assessment is correct, and this aspect of you affects different facets in your life, it's you're not at a complete loss. It's just you don't know what is the optimal direction.
Yes.
And again, I wanted to, like, I was going to say what is the right one, but there's no right option, I don't think. Unless it's like a, you know, a multiple answer type of, multiple answer type of thing. And that's where my thought of your confidence kind of comes into question. I don't think it's like the main factor.
No, but it's still... At the siren specifically, that played a lot, but because I wasn't confident enough in social anxiety, and so it would all these things would create a nice little final boss.
Right, but
like one day, some girl. It was in February, so I'd worked there since October, so it was a good few months. It was very new, but whatever.
You're a veteran.
Instead, she's coming, blah, blah, she's very nice, whatever. And then at the end, she goes, thank you. And because I'm not panicking, I'm just like, this is like, I'm in like unknown territory here, even though it's been 4 months.
You've never been told
instead of saying you're welcome, I say Happy New Year. It's February.
February.
It's the second month of the year.
I don't think you pronounce the BR. It's
February.
Yeah.
And I say Happy New Year instead of you're welcome, because suddenly my mind, because it's not natural for me, so I always have to like...
Well, what is not natural?
Those little polite...
Being said thank you?
The social components of like, what do I say in that situation? These are not... She goes, thank you, Happy New Year. You're welcome.
Do you think...
This is literally what happened.
Do you think you're maybe overthinking it? I know it's...
Now?
Well, back then.
Like... Well, yeah, because I'm...
Because you're processing. This, like, what ought to be like a very natural, easy to answer thing. And, you know, Happy New Year is not incorrect. It's just a bit tardy.
No. Nobody was saying Happy New Year. It's February. Nobody's saying that.
Did you say that because you're just like, oh shit, I have to...
Because
You panicked?
I don't know what to do. I didn't panic. It's the first thing that came out of my mouth. Because it's just not... It's not like normal what's happening. So my brain is like, oh, autopilot, but also like not controlled autopilot.
Like on paper, what it looks to me is like someone said thank you and you're just like never been thanked before.
I know. It kind of feels like that. Because, you know, sometimes people go, thank you, and then somebody will just say, you're welcome, or like, it's me, or like, in French, je vous en prie.
Yeah.
You know, like, this is, no, I can't, like, this, I've never done that before. And it just, to them, it's so natural, it just sounds okay. And to me, I say, Happy New Year.
This fucking middle of June, you're just like, oh, thank you, Happy New Year.
Really bad.
And yeah, it kind of reminds me of the whole, you know, when a server gives you your plate, it's like, oh, bon appetit, or like, enjoy your meal. You're like, you too.
Yeah.
Or on my birthday, and people say happy birthday.
And you say you too?
Yeah. There's like, you too, eventually. I can kind of be quick and catch myself, but I do have that. Because my instinct... And I don't want to like remove some genuinity to it, because I do believe it. It's just become such a habit, is to have like, not necessarily say exactly likewise, but just to have that vibe, like right back at you, you know. So if people say like, oh, it was nice talking to you, I'll say like likewise, blah blah blah. So it'll always be like you too, essentially.
Yeah.
So if that's my instinct and people say like happy birthday, I'd be like, thanks. You know. Obviously that was more of a dramatized version of it, but you know, I think a lot of it. Well, that's why I'm asking, like, if there's like a buffer where you have to like think, or you just because.
But I found a hack.
Go for it.
My hack is okay. I'm not used to saying you're welcome, not because people don't tell me thank you. It's just because. It's too many polite like.
It's too formal.
There's too many
formalities.
Useless formalities.
Oh Jesus! Okay.
So I'm like, okay, there's
Useless.
too many it's too many useless back and forth. Okay, again, I gave you
This is
coffee.
the one that likes to kiki.
No, that's completely different.
Right.
But there are too many. Like, I'm not gonna say have a good day, sir. Or like hello, how's your day been? Like too many. So I'm gonna focus on what I know. So when somebody says thank you, I'm like thank you.
Oh boy.
Every autistic people, this is your hack. I'm not even autistic.
So continue being fake. Continue masking.
No,
Never show
because,
yourself.
No, but it was something that worked, and I
Yeah.
didn't have any problem saying that because thank you, I'm fine with.
Yeah.
So I was just they're like okay, thank you. I was like thank you,
Mm-hmm.
and it
And
worked.
they
And I was
stop.
like-
They're just like, no, thank you. and
I'm
you're like, that's not part of the script.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no! Oh no!
Because even now when people tell me thank you, there are so many moments where I'm like, yeah, so many times. I'm like, no, this is not possible. Like, I need to stop. It's too weird not to be able to say thank you. You're welcome. Like, why? I don't know. Or like, I'll smile.
You try
Because
it.
I'm just like, I'm on that moment. I'm like, and that happened recently. What was it? I forgot. But I was just like, yeah. Cause
Thank you. Yeah.
I was like, oh no, I forgot to activate the sequence.
Do you? I made a little joke about it, but do you feel like you have to follow a script at all times?
Oh yeah. And the siren completely. It was scripted.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was scripted.
I think
Especially
your personality as is would fit well.
Hmm?
Your personality as is would fit well with that type of work.
Yeah, because now I'm a lot more. I worked on it. I really worked on it, and by the end, it was a lot less scripting and more just me vibing and
Okay.
then, you know, yeah.
Yeah,
By
because
the end,
I'm
it was
trying to
like-
think. Because at the start, I didn't really have a.
That start was really bad.
Yeah, well, we didn't really work together, but my impression of
Yeah,
you was
no.
just like, oh, you're the shy girl. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then at the end, I would just like talk to people. I'll be like, "How are you? How's your day?" I would talk to people. I would engage the conversation. I was happy doing so.
Yeah.
So yeah, no. At the end, I really liked it.
Good.
Yeah. Mm.
So it's less so.
I'd do it again if I had to. Like if I had to work that job again, I would.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
Even
like
with
it.
Uber Eats.
Honestly, like, no, but like a job where you constantly have to talk to people. Because now I love my job because I don't have to talk to adults that much.
Mm-hmm.
And with kids, especially autistic kids, I feel right where I belong.
Let's all mask together, children.
Like there's no issue. As soon as an adult comes in the room, I suddenly.
Yeah.
Also because it's in English, so it's a lot.
Unknown
It's even
territory.
harder.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah. I need to pee again. I know. I didn't even finish my drink.
Oh my goodness.
No, it's more that my
Goodness
bladder
gracious.
is very incompetent. If I may say.
You may if you want. Hey, watch my cards. While we wait, I'll sing Hallelujah. I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do ya? Well, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, and the major lift. The baffled king composing Hallelujah. 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 It's too low for me. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. The beauty and the moonlight overthrew ya. It's not a cry that you hear at night. It's not someone who has seen light. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah. 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 I'm cleansed.
Okay.
Thoughts? I don't want to hear them.
What is going on?
I was treating the audience to an angelic voice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nice and warmed up. Dude, that was that was actually cleansing. That was good for me.
Do you do sometimes little singing sessions with your mic and then you record yourself?
Sometimes, but most of the time I'm just guitar, piano, and I just, especially if the girls are out, I have my little jam sesh.
Okay.
It's a good stress reliever. But I haven't sung anything like, I sing some like.
We used to do jam sessions.
Like we did
3 like.
Yeah, 2. I do a lot of question asking towards you. Do you have any for me?
I'm not that interested, honestly. I think you talk too much already.
Fair enough. I'm not gonna fight that.
No, I'm kidding. I don't know, do you relate to anything I said? About, like, not understanding or blah, blah?
I can understand the unnaturalness of unknown territory.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, as I'm asking questions, I'm realizing, like, here's the thing with you. You say...
Our bundle of contradictions.
There's that, but I think the one of the biggest ingredients in that little bundle is that when you say something, when you make a statement about yourself, you say it so strongly. Like, what I mean by that is you'll be like, I have no clue what to do in this situation. Mm-hmm. But there's intricacies to that, you know. It's like
okay.
Maybe it's because it's such a contrast with how I approach it. Because the words I use, I notice that I say the term, it's not clear to me, or it's not obvious, or something like that. Mm-hmm. And when I mean that, I genuinely mean it in those, like I try to be very specific with my words. And when I say it's not clear to me, like, I get a vague image. It's not, right, yeah. I don't understand.
Yeah.
It's
That's
not,
true.
I am lost. Is, I have some pieces, but I can't necessarily make a conclusion out of it.
I mean, that's the way that I feel, for sure. But it's just,
the words you use are, it's like, because I don't understand.
I want to make it clear how, in that moment, it mostly feels like.
Yeah.
And also, I feel like I'm not used to talking about myself that much, or like my thought process that much, and so I'm like, enough, okay, I need to go straight to the point, or I'm gonna lose my audience.
Right, that makes sense. Yeah, I am much more, for the most part, I'm more comfortable. Because here's my ideology is, if we want to say something, and for anyone, if you want to say something that's worth anything, you have to allow the time to allow it to develop, to elaborate. Because especially my approach to the world is, you know, some passionate types might argue that I'm almost obsessed with the complexities. But if I want to understand something, I have to understand, like, all the moving gears.
Yeah.
Incidentally, that was the solo episode I kind of did, where I said a few things. It was all about communication, and one big thing, or one of the main topics, was I feel like a lot of people are kind of antsy and impatient when it comes to talking, and they want the answer immediately, or they want to understand something immediately, which was something I was going to bring up if we ever did like a social media thing. I know when I brought it up with the audience, you're just like, that sucks. But I think it's an interesting topic because a lot of people...
I just don't know why exactly you... Because it's such
fair enough.
What do you mean?
Yeah. You did say that's so broad. Which is fair. But
it does not suck, by the way.
Huh?
It doesn't suck.
Well, no, on paper, yeah. But I think the biggest thing would have definitely been like how it's so easy for us to get like a headline, or so easy for us to get like information off of like a reel or something, and just grab that and don't go any further than that. And I think that kind of loop encourages us to be impatient with getting answers.
Okay.
And I find that frustrating on my end, because if I want to have a conversation and I want us, like, let's say it's a conversation worth going deep for, you gotta put aside your, I understand, and really be open and be like, okay, I'm a dumbass, I don't know anything, let's absorb, you know? But I'm trying to remember why I said that.
Because I said I feel like I need to go straight to the point.
Yes. I don't think that's the case for you. I think you do it out of, well, you said it earlier, you do it out of like, you just want to maintain the attention.
No, but I also have this, I also feel like I have to always talk really fast, otherwise people are going to cut me and then they'll move on. And I have this, like, I feel this way very often. Because if it was just me, I would talk for hours about my life and me, because everyone loves talking about themselves. But I feel like it's, like, people are not interested, and they always, if they have an opportunity to talk about themselves, they will. And so, I don't know if it's because I haven't even been around many people who are like that. It's just...
That like to talk about themselves?
Yeah, who will prioritize putting in little anecdotes of themselves before listening to me completely. And some people are like that, but not my closest friends.
I think one thing I had to accept is I do enjoy talking about myself. Now, my little caveat, maybe, is that I don't know, because the way I do it is oftentimes is just to relate to it's I do it kind of like to connect with whatever the person is saying in front of me, in an attempt to make like a bridge in between my experiences and their experiences. So it's kind of like, you know that little practice where usually it happens when like a couple are fighting and someone says like, I don't like it when you do the dishes, and the other person is just like, okay, so I understand that you don't like it when I don't do the dishes, you know? It's like verbatim, you have to repeat it to cement that you understand. My way of doing that is just to, and it's not an exclusive way, a lot of people do this, is just to bring up an experience that I've had, and if you understand, or if you can connect that with that experience, I don't have to say anything. You have an understanding that I have an understanding.
Right. Okay.
You know? And that's how I would rationalize me talking about myself when people were opening up to me. And I still think that's true. I just realized that maybe not specifically just talking about myself, I just like talking. This is something I think I'm finally accepting.
Okay.
That I'm still a listener, but I also enjoy talking. I like to listen to people. I like to try to understand them. And when I started, like, to fuel that curiosity to try to understand people, I would ask questions, and then I would make links to see if we're on the same page, right? And then I just got really comfortable just talking, so I can go for hours. It's just I gotta be put into check sometimes because I know I can go on a little tangent. I try to be, despite I try to be as structured as possible given the circumstance. You know, you win some, you lose some, mostly lose some. But sometimes I'm listening to myself, and I don't know how bad this is, but I'm definitely the type of person where you kind of have to be focused.
Yeah.
To really
100%.
understand, like, to understand where I'm coming from. I'm kind of like, I'm like a novel a little bit, and I don't mean like in like an intellectual way. No, I mean, you ever read a book and the moment your mind kind of just makes a little tangent, even the smallest thing, you're still paying attention, you know, but your mind does a little tangent, but you keep reading.
Yeah.
And then by the end of the page, you're like, I didn't understand a thing.
Yeah.
Because you miss a little pocket, then a little pocket. And I feel like that with myself.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
And yeah, it's not clear to me whether that's more so a positive or a negative. I think I think it's mostly a positive, but I would benefit from being as more structured as I possibly could. Because I don't think I'm that all over the place.
No.
Okay. But I definitely could make it easier for the audience out there.
Yeah.
Those goddamn losers, those graphic novels, those comic books, don't understand the novel that I am. I'm intelligent. I'm hip. Did you call me? I'm HIP.
Oh no. You fucking hipster.
I was thinking HPI. Did you mean it when you were like? Is there an ounce of you meaning that when you were telling me that?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Oh no, it's not just being. No, it's not great.
High potential intelligence, y'all. I dropped out of school twice.
It's because precisely it's not just like, oh, you're so smart, you can be the next Apple creator.
If I cared enough, I think I could. But I'd have to be a businessman, which I don't like the business ethic. Like I'm too person oriented, and I think that would be a challenge for me to be business oriented, if that makes any sense. Like I think I will make more compromises for the people that work under me or work with me than I would for like the product itself. And if you want to make something like Apple, you got to have a bit of monster within you, you know.
But he did it in his garage.
Sure, but he probably chastised like a lot of his family. Like I would find it like we were saying earlier, workaholics, and we said it in another episode too. I find it proper difficult for them to work so hard and also have a healthy like interpersonal relation while it's going on. I mean, if that happens, good for you. I think that's just the exception. But yeah.
Yeah.
So speaking about intelligence, that's actually the segue to our next episode.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Teaser.
Wait, did I tell? Oh, I did say earlier what the. We're gonna have.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a co-host, a guest.
A guest. Yeah.
You know her. You love her. She's a meme on Twitter, on X. Wendy, from the burger place. The redhead, yeah.
The ginger.
Don't. I'll have to bleep that out.
Why? Is it a bad word now?
It just sounds like it. It just sounds like a bad word.
I know. I don't know why.
As per usual, no conclusions to our topic, but there was a discussion had, and we hope you absorbed all of it. And if not, rewatch the entire video. 0.5 speed, so you can really understand what's going on. Any last words?
Thank you for listening.
I don't thank you.
We love you.
No, I don't love you. Bye-bye. Bye! A YouTuber. Boy!
No.
What if I become a full-on, like, kids YouTuber? Like, oh my guys, we're gonna play Minecraft today, and we're gonna open this toy box. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Are you excited? If you're excited, please subscribe, put a like, and make a nice comment. Make sure to share with all your friends and subscribe to the Patreon. Also subscribe to my casino site.
There are too many really famous people who do this, and I'm like, I want to like have a peek into their life. Because one guy, he's like, he does dances for kids, but he's like so hyper, and I'm like, how do you feel once you're done filming?
That's someone off their meds.
No, but like I would feel excessively cringe.
Some people are weird like that. There's some people that do really play it off, but I think some people are ADHD as fuck.